What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, but we're gonna start first with an eye-catching clip of this comp. Not because I'm gonna do all future videos this way, but because we have it. I woke up today, opened up my phone, saw this clip on Twitter, and I said I have to do a video on this. This is insane. So note that we are fighting here. This is a Vi 3 board. They are 3 experiment, a bunch of Mundos because they were digging for Mundo 3, a Twitch 2, an okay experiment board. Obviously, you wouldn't normally want to have this many Mundos on your board, but it's not bad. And obviously Vi 3 should beat most boards. You look at our board, we're just sitting here on just kind of a regular 6 Sentinel board with a Lux 3 as our backline carry, who's got double Archangel's BT. And so, you would see this board and be like, well, okay, we fight Vi 3, we lost. They also have a Victor on their board just to add insult to injury. So clearly the Lux 3 board should lose this fight, and it really looks like she is going to lose this fight. Unceremoniously, it looks like she's about to lose this fight, but then something happens when she's the last unit alive. Look at this Lux, and look how long she's surviving, stacking up Archangels. The crazy thing, look, she got CC'd by Victor there the entire time, and she's just full tanking this entire board here, and just one-tapping every other unit on the board every single time she casts. The damage chart there, you can see on the right, 48,340. Just a Lux 3, not even a Lux 4. She's got 3 items, obviously, but just a Lux 3. How did this happen? What is this? What is this crazy Lux attack? And how did just a Lux 3 solo 1v9 an entire enemy board? It's all based on this Augment that I think most people haven't played around whatsoever. This Lone Hero Augment. Your last surviving unit gains 140% attack speed and 35% durability. These stats are insane for any Augment. This Reddit post actually came out from the people who work on the CNTFT YouTube channel, and they were trying to kind of like quantify using numbers like how good these numbers are. 20.4 is like the mathematical representation, and I don't love mathematical representations of stats and stuff like this, but they talk about a single unit prismatic Augment has a value of 9.3 mathematically, and I would say take these with a little bit of a grain of salt, but look at this, 9.3, 20.4. This is essentially what they say here is when Lone Hero triggers, it's 2 prismatic augments. But that alone isn't actually enough to turn this Lux into like a 1v9 monster that kills the entire board. The other piece of this is this Mage armor Anomaly, which is really cool. 50% AP as armor and MR. So you get AP and you get a ton of armor and MR, which just makes Lux completely unkillable. So I said, you know what, we gotta watch a game on this comp. The sad thing is, though, the only game I have, I do not have like a full VOD of somebody playing this comp. We just have this very, very solid VOD from Dango TFT, who's got, some nice memes in here to keep you guys, it's not the kind of VOD that I normally review because they're kind of like editing through the video, making stuff look cool. But, it's the VOD we got. It's also, it is very, very well edited. Actually, shoutouts to Dango TFT for this. I'll have the link to their video in the description down below. But this is the idea. Lone Hero, you put all the rest of your units on the front line to ensure that Lux is the last unit alive. And then when this happens, when she ascends here, look at this, so much attack speed and so much durability. With something like an Archangel, it makes it almost impossible for her to die. Next, Augment here, pick up the powered shields, which, makes so much sense along with this, just, to make your Lux even tankier. They also end up going for other 3 stars in this setup. Lux is the most important, but if you're going to be rolling for Lux, you might as well look for everything else. They actually go for a Rage Blade here, which, when you're looking at the idea, it's not really what you want to be going for, but, it's a solid secondary option. Well, once again, TFT in our last VOD and so many VODs is all about, taking okay items in spots like these. You really do want to get some healing onto this Lux, so I would say we're definitely going to want to build the BT last, and maybe we can build this Rage Blade for now and then move it over to like a Heimerdinger later or something. Not actually sure what our Academy items are this game, but we'll see. But even in a fight like this, look, I've talked about how broken this Lux unit is. I think this Lux unit certainly should have received a nerf this patch, but this is a completely different line of this Lux. Lux on her own is a monster already early game, but Lux with this setup just seems completely unreasonable here. So on a bit of a streak here, going to sell, finally pick up the Lux 3. So at this point, they even sold the Irelias, just saying, okay, who cares about Irelia? Now you're getting a huge shield, just base, but we also have, of course, the Archangels, the Gwinsus, and I mean the Powered Shields was the lone hero is actually such a sick setup here. This is like perfect setup, I would say. So if you're looking to try this comp out, obviously you really need the lone hero. It's not something that I would say is like hard forceable. But if you can get to the lone hero, then definitely look for Powered Shields. I think in that post they're also talking about like Greater Moonlight to just get a Lux 4-star for free, which sounds interesting. But look at this Lux actually. All right, let's see. She doesn't have her full setup online. The big thing is she doesn't have healing here, but shield. Who needs healing? Oh my god. She just solos out the entire board there. Last Augment, I mean, you definitely don't want Not Today. Just something that buffs Lux even more. And Sated Spellweaver, actually, that's perfect. Wow. So that is Omnivamp for the Lux, so we almost don't need to go for the BT now, though I think you'd still probably like the BT just to guarantee that she heals up. But I mean, this is going to make it really, really tough. I've seen people even just like sell their entire front line and just field only this Lux. Probably not what you want to be going for in this comp, just because all this time that this frontline is buying is free scaling for Archangels and Gwinsus. And then, as long as you don't have another backliner unit that's surviving, you're going to get this lone hero value. That's the main thing that you need to worry about, is either playing all frontliners, or if you play something like a Heimer, you saw in the clip, the Heimer was like third row just to ensure that they would die. But look at this fight even. This is just Lux 3, beasting it without even lone hero value, which is crazy here though. It's 4-2, so we are moving towards the Augment here, which this is one of those comps, once again, very similar to like original Family Reroll, where you really just want one anomaly. Similar to like the Hungry Crab Urgot build, you really just want specifically one anomaly, which is a struggle now that they've made it so that you can't easily roll for specifically one anomaly. You need a lot of gold, and there is even an idea, I think the stats thrown out there is that to get to like 80% chance to find an anomaly, you still like you might roll 100 gold and not have you might roll 100 gold and like there's still 20% chance that you're going to miss your anomaly. I think I asked Doruwaza to run the calculations on this, and I said, what's 95% confidence interval for finding an anomaly? And I think he said it was something like 160 gold to like have 95% odds of finding an anomaly. So, this is a little bit of a meme comp. I won't say that it's like you can go out and hard force this, but I do think if you get this lone hero augment, it's definitely something to look for. And like on average, to find any specific anomaly, to get to like the 50-50 odds of finding an anomaly, you only need like 30, I think it's like 40 gold to have like to on average find an anomaly. So, and sometimes you'll just find it even before that. There is also this new tech, which I don't know if you can really use it here, but Marcel P was talking about this tech, about how he posted on Twitter about this, he posted on Reddit about this, about how you can actually like kind of tailor anomalies. He was talking about how you take all the units except 3-star units off your board and you have a much higher chance of seeing Ultimate Hero. Definitely still needs to be tested, but okay. We're looking specifically for, it's called Mage Armor, I believe. We'll pause when we get there, but let's roll down and see what we can get. It's really like, there are a few others. I think in the let me pull up the Reddit post actually. I think they said there are a few others that are like, okay, oh yeah, Deep Roots Ultimate Hero can be kind of like your backups in case you miss this specifically, because it's really good to have backups. But the most insane version is Mage Armor here. Gain armor MR equal to 50% of AP. Obviously, this has insane scaling with the fact that you're already building in Archangels. You also have 2 Sorkins, so you get like a little bit of that for free. But the big thing is that you're scaling up this Archangels. It's giving you all this RNMR, and I'll talk about this till the day I die about TFT. Everything that you want in TFT, you want stuff that scales with each other. What do we have here? We have a bunch of shielding guaranteed from Lux. Let's scale that up with durability, which will make that shield last longer. And then let's scale up both that durability and that shielding up with Armored MR, which is going to make that shield last even longer and is going to get more value out of that durability. So everything in this comp is about just getting maximum value out of just the tankiness that Lux achieves here. This is crazy. These fights are not even lone hero fights, by the way, but it's just Lux 3 just popping off, just stomping boards. I mean, we hit really early on tempo actually, but I've talked a lot about how strong this Lux unit is, so I'm not surprised that this does so well. We're gonna go for the double Archangels here. Once again, just as many Archangels as possible. We'd still potentially like to get to some healing, but maybe just Sated Spellweaver is enough for enough. But I love that they right-click the Lux. This person is a true content, like they're always playing for the content. They're always clicking the Lux to see how much Armor she has, how much AP she has. Like, it should be that every time the AP ticks up, the Armor MR should tick up, right? Yep, and it does tick up 220 Armor MR. I really just want them to get through frontline. Yeah, please get through frontline so I can see just this Lux doing the work. Okay, frontline is going to die here, so we're going to see another fight where we're actually getting value out of this lone hero augment. If this stupid Loris can die, please, man, please. I want to see. Okay, there we go. There's the attack speed. It kicks in. Look at that. I mean, just the attack speed alone is so gross, but then you also have the fact that you are getting just so much value out of the durability. I mean, 35% durability is a lot. You think about something like, well, what even is 4? I was about to say, what is 4 form swapper? Because I feel like that's a good amount of durability, because obviously you're playing 4 of a unit that, you know, you need a 5 cost to play. What is 4 form swapper? 4 form swapper is 30%. So you're getting more durability onto your Lux than 4 form swapper, which is a 4 trait that needs a 5 cost. The other thing that's blowing me away about these fights is like this person we're fighting here has a Victor. That fight we saw in the clip has a Victor. You know, I think a normal Lux 3 board would just never be able to deal with a Victor. But the fact is, this Lux is so tanky that who cares if she gets CC'd for a little while? She just tanks that like a beast and then just turns right around, ults, and then bonks somebody. Like, this unit is just, I love this version of Lux, by the way. I think there was originally this version of Lux in like set 5? I think I originally played with this version of Lux. And I loved playing this version back then. I had like that was shadow items back then. I played that for like a week before that set like rotated out. But I had like an evil Radiant Archangels, like a shadow Archangels. I forgot what that did. I don't know. Or maybe it was a shadow Gwinsus or something. And my Lux just like 1v9 the entire board, just like this. Back then we didn't even have Augment, so I couldn't pick up a crazy Augment combo. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this Lux is doing great, but I want to see this board fight against more boards where the lone hero is actually taking place, because this is a fight once again. We didn't even need lone hero for Lux to do 30,000 damage. So honestly, I mean, watching some of these fights, maybe you can make the argument you can play this without lone hero. I mean, try it at your own risk, because I don't think without lone hero that this tech is that broken. But definitely something that maybe you could try out if you're interested in it. All right, this Violet 4 is just punching through this board, so I'm hyped to see. It was actually kind of rough because our Lux walked up a little bit. You really want her in the corner just to make sure that she's making sure there's no melee carries. But okay, lone hero. This positioning actually was rough, but okay, we proc the lone hero now. And look at just the second it procs, it feels like her HP bar doesn't move. Look at that. The durability on top of all that Armor MR scaling up with the Archangels. It's, the second it procs, she just doesn't move. Yeah, I mean, maybe this positioning's okay, but this is actually kind of risky. I think normally, I feel like the left corner is easier, just as far as like not having her walk up. I guess it's fine either way, but I don't know. It's kind of risky to me. But okay, our other frontliners, our other backlined frontliners in the Heimerdinger die. Okay, this is gonna be another great lone hero fight. So let's see it go. Because like if you pause right here, under a normal circumstance, you would never predict that the Lux would win this fight. If you didn't have lone hero, you would probably never win this fight. So these are the fights where lone hero is making a difference for sure. Like you showed me the screenshot and said who wins this fight, and if I told you Lux, I would. You'd be like, what are you talking about? But I mean, if you take into account the lone hero, it's not close. It's not even close. Her HP bar doesn't move. 29,000 damage again. We're going to see a next item taken here, which I wonder if they do get the option. Oh, they did end up getting BT off Carousel, it looks like. So I wonder if they are going to end up moving just BT over to the Lux here. Onyx Spark looks fantastic here as well. I mean, BT, I feel like does guarantee that the Lux just isn't going to die. I think they're kind of hedging their bets here. They're saying like, okay, we'll hold on to the Gwinsus here just in case. I mean, it is another scaling item, so I think it definitely seems like a reasonable option if you can get that healing from another place, like the sated. I keep calling it sated spellweaver, but is that even what it's called? I feel like it's not called that. Maybe it is. In any case, definitely if you can get that healing. Okay, this is another fight. I wonder if this is actually a loss. We'll see, because look at this. So much of this board is alive still, and we just have Lux alive here. So can Lux solo this entire board? Because it would be a bit crazy if she could. She's just full tanking. I mean, not only can she solo, look at the shield. I feel like the shield's not moving at all. Oh my, it's disgusting. 42,000 damage, left to just the top 3 now with this Lux player and 2 other players. So we only have a couple of fights left, I think, fighting the Violet 3 board here. With the Lux already aggroed on the Violet 3, this seems really, really good for us. I mean, honestly, getting the heal cut, getting the Armor and Marsh Shred means I feel like it's, I mean, the kind of awkward thing though is that like your Armor and Marsh Shred is going to die at some point in the fight, and then you're not going to have that anymore. But all right, another huge board here. Actually, they almost grief there with the Jason. This is something that I think you need to actually make sure of in this comp, is making sure that your Jace, the Hex Gate, is far enough in the front line that it's not going to grief the Lux here. Because that Jace Hex Gate, with like slightly different positioning, they would have aggroed onto the Lux before the Hex Gate. Like, yeah, this Hex Gate positioning, I think you need to just frontline the Hex Gate, honestly. Who cares about attack speed? I just want to make sure that my Jace is not accidentally griefing our Lux. Also, our board has gotten a lot better, though. We have the Jace in just for more Academy. We have Mel onto this board as well, in case we needed some more shielding onto this board. I mean, the board looks absolutely disgusting at this point. What are we fighting here? This is a Nami 3 board with Mel on it as well. Pretty cool capped board, actually. Bruiser plus. Wait, it's a Rennie hero augment as well. They went Rennie Nami reroll. Whoach. But yeah, I really do actually. I'm a little bit afraid about this Hexgate positioning. It should be fine under almost all circumstances. There are like a few weird situations where it would be bad, but I think it's all right here. Lux. Oh, wait, this fight was actually so close because our front line actually lived too long. That's, I guess, the scary thing in this comp. That fight was actually really scary because our Lux, because our front line lived too long. These are the situations where I think some people are like, maybe you just sell your entire front line, but I don't know. That seems crazy. I don't think you should sell your entire front line. I will say, I guess I can pull up an example of selling your entire front line because we have a few minutes left. I did look up for like a Lux game. I went to find Lux 4 here, and I saw Raditz played this game into a bot 4. So we got a few minutes left. I like my videos to be at least 20 minutes just because, I don't know, there's something about it. But I'm down to skip until like the middle of this VOD and see where we're at. So Raditz hit a lone hero Lux game, but he decided to, I think he's not playing a board this game. I think he's just straight up lone hero Lux here. He also doesn't have the mage armor, so I guess this can be like a word of caution to people who are trying to play this. Probably don't do this. Raditz went fast 9 with only the Lux on his board. I would say the board looks a lot better when there were some other units on the board, and also I'm pretty sure mage armor is better than 4-star. We just have all these... Well, what is Raditz doing this game? We also have all these items sitting on bench that we can't use because we don't have units on our board. So I would say probably still play a board. I mean, the Lux does still look like a beast in this setup, but she doesn't have the ability for Archangels to get all scaled up, and she doesn't have the Armor and Mar off that. Okay, so maybe not that version, but that's an interesting idea. Outside of that, yeah, I tried to find some other VODs of just this Lux and like Archangels. I haven't seen too many people play it yet. It's definitely, like I said, I wish I could filter for Lone Hero, but there's no Augment stats anymore. So once again, something definitely a bit unexplored. I think Leduc has a game of it here, though I don't know. It's a top 4, but I don't know if he even ended up getting. This is also the Meta TFT VOD Explorer if you are interested in such a thing. But I don't know why I did 2x speed. I want to up the quality here, but I wanted to see, did he get Lone Hero this game? I think Leduc just hard forced it, yeah, without Lone Hero this game. And I mean, still, this can be, I guess, a great example of like how does a game go when you don't have Lone Hero. And I think he did fine. Leduc, though, he's not the highest rank right now. I think the thing he said, he was sitting at like Diamond 4, so like obviously he's not playing this at Giga High Elo. Lux definitely someone who cares more about cooking than like being like rank 1 on a server, which, honestly, maybe that's the way to live. But I mean, you can see this version of the board as well, 0 Lone Hero and just playing for the double Archangel Luden's Lux here. I'm not actually sure. Let's go back and see what Anomaly he picked, and then this will be our last example for the video because I don't want the video to get insanely long. But yeah, show me what Anomaly you picked here, Leduc. Did you roll straight down for the thing? Oh, look, he does go for this to this is the tech that I was talking about, right? He only feels 3-star units, which theoretically makes it more likely to see Ultimate Hero. I'm pretty sure that tech is real. Yeah, Marcel posted about this. I think if you only, like, if you're playing this Vi reroll comp, the Violet reroll comp, please, somebody, like, try that tech out. Try only fielding the Violet, and, like, your other 3-star units, because that really, I mean, that was really quick that he found Ultimate Hero. But okay, let's watch a fight with this. We're fighting a Chem Baron cash out. Do I see any perfected items? I don't think, oh no, they do have a perfected item on the front line, so, oh my god, actually. I mean, the Lux, can we delete this guy? We did a lot of damage to it. Can we get through it? I mean, these are two crazy boards. Our Lux has no healing, which is a little scary. Yeah, it's not actually enough here. I mean, you maybe This is kind of a game that really shows you, like, you'd really like that healing onto Lux. I wonder if Lux had healing, if she would have been able to scale up there and get the dub there. I don't know. A crazy game from Leduc here, but let's speed it to the next fight just to see how Leduc can do this game. He's fighting a Victor here, which, as we talked about, really annoying for the Lux, but at least her Archangel is scaling while she's in the air, because that only scales with like the time in the fight itself. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a really cool tech, a really cool comp. So, you know, if you get Lone Hero, I would say go try it out. If you don't get Lone Hero, I would probably caution against it, though. As you can see from this Leduc game, I mean, he easily top forward this lobby, and like, you know, he's not, you know, rank 1 NA, but you know, he's still, or yeah, I mean, NA, an even better server, but you know, he's diamond. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video have not hit diamond yet, so you know, maybe something that you could even force to if you want to hit diamond. But really cool tech. I'll have the link to all of this stuff down below, which has some more like clips in it, some more this is a graph of, I don't actually even know, equivalent, effective HP. 5 Archangel stacks equals 6,000 effective HP, essentially. But yeah, I'll have a link to all this stuff down below, Tanner's tweet and everything. But go try it out. It seems really fun and definitely broken if you get the spot for it, but difficult, but definitely broken if you get the spot for it. So hope you guys enjoyed this VOD review. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Oh, I meant to do this earlier in the VOD. I will, I'll shout you out again, but shout out to Halo Klein, who is a supporter ultra on Metafy. I set up this extra tier of, you know, I have the supporters on Metafy. At the lowest tier, only $5 a month, you get access to all my coaching VODs that I post there. But at the highest tier, you get shout outs to my videos. So shout outs to them. I'll shout you out in another video, honestly, because I wanted to shout you out earlier into the VOD, but I forgot about it. But yeah, shout outs to them. The dream is someday I'm like, you know, H-Bomber guy, and, you know, I have this big string of people at the end of the VOD, and, you know, that allows me to like quit my job or something like that. Pretty far off, but if you want to support towards that and want to get your name shouted out, link to my Metafy down below. And even if you just want to subscribe at the lowest tier, get access to all my coaching VODs, get access to discounted coaching. Halo Clan's already basically like paid for their entire subscription because they've gotten a couple of coaching VODs, and that's already like effectively they've broken even on it. And so all the other benefits are free. So kind of OP if you're somebody who likes my content and who likes getting coaching, or even if you just want to support. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.